Candice Unsworth from Durban, originally Deep South Margate, and I'm the CEO of PKF South Africa. You know, I made the joke in with the judges that I'm never the smartest person in a room, except maybe today, and they enjoyed it. But that's the truth, right? Is I get to work with incredible professionals, and I see my job as making sure that they've got what they need, that they feel confident, that they're supported, that they've got the technology, the resources, whatever it is that they need to unlock the potential of our network. So for me, I'm really a facilitator. I'm in the background. I'm trying to, make sure the guys have got what they need, setting strategic direction, but then really it's actually about being in the back and making sure they've got everything they need. So on a daily basis, that looks like a lot of Teams calls, it's a lot of Zoom webinars, and it's a lot of connecting people. So I qualified in 2013. I took a gap year. I went working on what everybody at my firm called a circus, but it was a traveling carnival in the States. So I spent 7 months traveling through the Midwest of the United States. And America is not what you think. Like, when you think of America, depending on the kinds of movies you watch, it's very different from when you arrive in the Mississippi Delta is beautiful, and there's trees and water, and it was eye-opening. I had a good year. And then I came back, and I was very lucky they held the position for me. So I started as an audit supervisor, and yeah, from there, loved auditing. I moved into the technical. I really liked grappling with the problems and how to solve them, so I moved into technical. And then I realized I liked network management because I moved into our international network, and that's sort of where I learned that. Came back to Durban, and I was the COO of Durban, 2 years there, and then very lucky to be entrusted with PKF South Africa at the beginning of this year. At the moment, I'm big into DIY. I don't know why. It's not something I've done before, but it takes your brain, right? So I lay some laminate flooring the other day, and it was really amazing. Just takes your mind out of it. So at the moment it's that, bit of exercise, but the 8-year-old back at the moment's not helping, and that's bit of reading, podcasts. Can podcasts be a hobby? Podcasts. I think there is always room to grow. So if there wasn't, what would be the point, right? I want to build a bus into a tiny home and drive through America. I think growth happens in a lot of places. I see it even with the people on my team when they ask about growth, and we get so fixated on growth being the next title perhaps, or I want to be, and I'm not saying I don't want to be, Theo, how's it? But we get so fixated on titles perhaps, and I'm not saying you are, but I think young people generally we do. And I think growth has so much more than that, so there's room to grow. There are two things I have said to young CAs, and I'd like to say again. One is that the things that you maybe are scared of, or the things that you worry about, and we all have them, right? We all have those things where we maybe feel a bit like an imposter, or what's going to happen. If they do happen, they are never as bad, quote unquote, as you think they might be. So don't make any decisions out of fear. It's never going to be as bad as you think it is. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. If my talent doesn't show up on a day, or I'm not feeling 100%, or maybe I don't think I've got a talent in a particular area, I can almost relax into the working part and go, if I just try and I just do a little bit, it's all going to sort of come together. So my own hard work can beat my talent when perhaps I'm doubting it. So that's what I'd say to them. The honest first thought is, oh man, I wanted to be a radio DJ. How did I end up being a CASA? Beyonce asked who runs the world, and she said girls. But actually, if we're honest about it, who runs the world is corporates and companies. And CAs, whether you're in the profession like me and the people who I serve, or whether you're like you and you're in a company. And because we're in that position, we can do so much good through the companies that we serve or we work in. And I think that's, other than the radio DJ comment, that's what I think about when I think about CAs, is this incredible opportunity that we have to make a difference if we're willing to try.